So I got the shop vacuum to vacuum it, and the shop vacuum caught a spark in the shop vacuum.
Oh.
The spark blew everything up. I got burned in my hands, in my face, and my back of
You're
the shirt.
lucky to be alive.
I am, thank God.
This is the plaintiff, Fred Santos. He says he purchased a Porsche from the defendant, and before he could pick it up, the guy's place burned down. The car he had just paid for was damaged in the fire. The defendant promised he would fix the car up like new, but hasn't, and he's suing him for the $5,000 he's now owed. This is the defendant, Ahmed Ibrahim. He says the plaintiff's car was located at the back of his shop, far away from the fire, and only suffered minor damage. He told him he'd fix it, but he had to wait until he got the all clear from the fire department to go back into his severely damaged shop. Meantime, the plaintiff snuck onto the property and took the keys to the car without authorization. And now, here they are. He's accused of Porsche problems.
All parties, please use your right hand.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Millian in our forum, the People's Court.
Be seated, come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Doug.
You're welcome, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Santos, you purchased a 1987 Porsche 924 from the defendant, correct?
Correct.
Was that your car that he bought, or?
A customer left it with me to sell it for him, and I sold it for him.
Okay, so the purchase price of the vehicle in question was how much?
The purchase price was $17,000. We negotiated down. He wanted $24,999.
So the purchase price was
$1,700.
$1,700, and you're
Correct.
suing for $5,000. Let's talk about what happened. So you buy the car, and according to you, there's certain work that is going to be done to the car before
Correct.
they deliver it to you, correct?
Correct.
Before you accept it.
Before
and
accept.
what is the work that, according to you, is supposed to be done?
Okay, he was supposed to have the car, oil change done, filter.
Slow down. An oil change?
Filter.
Filter what? A new filter?
A new filter, correct. And new tires. He said he was because the tires.
4 new tires.
4 new tires. And he was going to check the brakes and check the lines, make sure there's nothing leaking. He was also supposed to.
What? Wait, just a second. He's supposed to check for leaks, or he's supposed to fix leaks?
No, he's fixed any leaks that there was on the car. Okay.
Go on.
Also change the brakes.
Change the brakes?
Well, check the brakes and
change them, because for $1,700, it sounds like you're saying that there was more than $1,700 worth of work. So he's supposed to change your brakes?
Well, he was supposed
I hope you can prove the stuff you're saying.
No, I am approving.
Not approve.
Oh.
Prove to me the truth of the stuff you are saying.
The stuff that I'm saying.
So he's supposed to change the brakes.
Right.
Is that what you said? What else is he supposed to do?
He's supposed to check the brakes and see how they were. If they were bad, he was going to change them.
Check the brakes and see how they work, and then do what? Change them for new brakes if they don't work well?
No, not change them,
what?
no. Just to make sure it was safe to drive the car.
So is he supposed to replace them?
Yes.
Okay, what else is he supposed to do?
Okay, and pretty much check for anything else that was wrong.
And everything that's wrong with it is supposed to be fixed for $1,700.
Well, he was supposed to give me the car in working condition, okay?
Let me ask you, did you agree to give him 4 new tires, fix any leaks, change the brakes, do an oil change and a new filter?
I sold him the car as is.
No.
Is there a bill of sale for the car?
He did not ask for it. I said he wanted a bill.
That doesn't mean you can't give him one. Is there a bill of sale for the car?
He wrote me, yes, I have.
Let me see anything that's in writing between the two of you.
Yes.
So you sold it as is, but did you agree to do some work? And if so, what was the work you agreed to do?
What I told him, I'm going to check the car. The car is being sitting. I'm going to check the car. If there is any leak, I'll fix it. If the brakes needs work, anything. I did the oil change.
Hold on. If the brake needs work, what?
I would do the work if it needs.
For free?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sounded crazy, and apparently it's not. So change your brakes if they needed. Did you agree to give him 4 new tires?
No.
Yes.
Okay. I agreed to install the tires. He get the tires. I installed them for him.
Okay. So let me just see this agreement. Was it in writing?
No.
Yes.
Okay, show me the agreement in
I'll
writing.
show you the agreement in writing. I have it right here. I have that.
Paid $1,000 as a deposit on the Porsche. Price is $17,000.
1,700.
Yeah, I know, but you wrote $17,000. Where is, I asked if the agreement for tires and all that was in writing. This isn't the agreement in writing for tires and all that. So do you have that in writing, yes or no?
No, I don't have that in writing.
Okay, no problem.
what we
Take that
exchange.
back. Now, as luck would have it, you have not picked the car up yet, right?
Correct.
And there's a fire?
Yes, there's a
Oh, my
fire.
goodness, there's a fire at your place. What caused the fire?
An accident happened when I was working in replacing a gas pump in 2002 Xterra, and there was dirt on the tank on the top. So I got the shop vacuum to vacuum it, and the shop vacuum caught a spark in the shop vacuum.
Oh.
The spark blew everything up. I got burned in my hands, in my face,
Oh, my
in my
goodness.
back of
You're
the shirt.
lucky to be alive.
I am. Thank God. I am.
And a lot of property got destroyed.
All the shop got been destroyed. Luckily, his car was in the very back. Easy.
Okay, let's see how lucky he is. Hold on. Lucky his car is in the back, so it's not in ashes, but I don't know how lucky he is when I see what happened to the car. What am I looking at there?
Okay, you're looking at, let me look at it.
That's the engine compartment
Yeah.
to where the battery is supposed to be.
That's the battery, right. And the battery was in the car, but he had pulled the battery out.
Did you pull the battery out?
I got him new battery.
Did you put it in?
Yes.
But he
Where
pulled
is
it
it?
out. Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, it's not in the car, though.
It's not in my car.
Number one, Your Honor. The battery was missing, and the key of the car was missing.
We'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
Just hold on. Oh, is that where he's lucky?
Right.
That's his car?
That's smoke, Your Honor. That's
Did you?
smoke.
I'm sorry. Hold on. That's melted lights.
Yes.
You
that's my
understand
car.
that, right?
Yes.
Okay. So it's not, it's a little smoke, it'll all rub off. That's not what we're looking at. What is this? The windshield, what happened to
It
it?
smashed from the
From the
ceiling,
heat?
from the fire, from the heat. Yeah, something came down from the ceiling
Oh, my
and
goodness.
smashed. Actually fell all over the roof and everything. It's just
Oh,
the
my
front
goodness.
smashed.
This is another burned light.
Right. And the
Okay,
top.
do you have insurance?
No.
Oh, that's a problem, isn't it? So you're running a place without insurance, and then let's see what happens. According to you, you are suing for the tires, you're suing for the car battery.
Right.
Now you say he stole the battery out of his car. How did he get in there to do that?
I didn't say he stole. What happened is I missed the key of the car. If I had the key, the car would not be in that place. The car would be done.
Well, where's the key?
He took it. And when I called
Wait,
him...
how was he able to get into your office and take the key?
Let me tell you.
No, tell me how, just this.
Uh-huh.
How is a customer able to go to the back office and take back his
It's
key?
not office, Your Honor. It's not office. It's an open yard.
Well, that's ridiculous. How
It's
does he get the key from your office? Because if he can
Not
get it,
my office,
he can
Your
get it
Honor.
and I can get it and we can steal the car. So how is it that your customer can go to where you keep keys and take his key?
Can I finish, Your Honor?
You can answer exactly what I asked you.
Okay, what happened is the key was in the car preparing to work on it.
You left the key in the car?
Yes, it's in my property.
How long was the key inside the car?
It was like a day, like few hours. And then
Was the key in the car?
No.
How do you know?
How do I know? Because I went to see, I was told.
How do you know that he doesn't have the key in the car?
Oh, I don't know.
Right, you shouldn't have answered that because if
I don't know.
the only way for you to say no conclusively like that is because there may be some truth to you taking the key from the car.
Your Honor,
According to you, he tells you, I took the key from the car because I was afraid somebody would steal the car.
yes.
Right. How
And
does
he
that
brought
happen
me the
in
key.
text? Stop and listen. How does that happen? By text or by phone?
Personally.
Personally.
Yeah. By phone, he told me I have the key. And he gave me the key personally after that.
Okay, so now you have a key, and what happens to that key?
I took the car, I started to work on it, and I couldn't work on the burnt shop. So I took it into next mechanic, door mechanic. He is my friend. So I took it there to work on it. We got it in a tow truck, and we put it in that mechanic. And the tow truck guy told the mechanic, okay, the car is outside. I left the key in it. And the mechanic called me and said, I don't find the key. I called the tow truck guy.
So how did he take it a second time?
Yeah.
Because that's the tow truck driver and your mechanic and your tow truck driver say, I don't have a key. It sounds like you lost it.
Let me, I'm honest with that.
All right.
I'm not guaranteed.
Why would you not be responsible for painting the car if it got destroyed like this in your shop and you chose to save yourself a few pennies on insurance? And why would you not be responsible for painting the car?
Your Honor, if that hood is completely damaged, I could paint the hood. But the car is 1987.
Yeah, he got lucky that it got burned in your place because, you know. Does anybody have a picture of the car before the burn?
Actually, I have it on my phone. I can show
let
you.
me see that. I'm curious to see that. Yeah. All right, what are Pelican parts, my friend? You have a lawsuit for $3,000 in Pelican parts.
That's the picture of the car.
Okay.
That's at the driveway. That's where.
Oh, so you did have it in your possession at some point.
Well, that was
Yes,
when I first bought it. No, when I first bought it.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
I brought
The
it
paint
home.
job was awful on it.
Yeah.
Is that a hole in the front?
It's like from the fire and from whatever fell off the ceiling, it hit the.
Oh, I'm sorry. I asked you if you had a picture of the car before the burn.
That's the only picture I showed you.
Is that before the burn?
That was before the burn.
If it's before the burn,
wait,
there's not a hole in this picture that is from the fire. Do you understand what I meant by the burn?
No, I didn't understand.
Okay, is this picture before or after the fire?
This is after the fire.
Okay, do you have
a picture before?
Yes.
Okay, let me look.
No, forget it. Do you have a picture of the car before you sold it?
No.
Okay, what are Pelican parts and why would he be responsible for it?
Pelican parts is where I had to order the parts because he wasn't getting nothing done to my car. It's a place where you get parts from.
Sweetheart, what parts?
Parts, okay.
Because I have to determine if you are just beautifying your car at his expense.
No, I'm not.
Okay, well.
All right.
So tell me what parts he is responsible for to buy for you and why. Go ahead.
The alternator of the car.
The alternator you had made yourself responsible for, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. The alternator and the belt.
So now, hold on.
Yes.
Give me the receipt for the alternator.
Okay, this is the part for the alternator.
How much was the alternator?
Okay, alternator came out to $169.99.
Okay.
It's right here.
You never fixed the alternator, did you? And you had said you would, right?
Yes.
Okay, and what's it cost to that's just for the part, so what's it cost to install?
To install depends on the time. It's usually an hour to put in.
Would you say that's fair? What would it cost to install? What is labor at for an hour?
I was getting $82 an hour.
All right.
With the belts also, once you replace.
Why the belts? The belt's part of the alternator?
Yes, it is.
No.
Once you remove the alternator, the belts, you have to pop the belts out, and they're.
But new belts, is that part of the alternator?
Well, that is whenever you install an alternator.
Well, one would also do that at the same time. That is not the same as saying that it's the same as the alternator. Now, my next question to you is, the windshield, of course, needed replacing, but why on earth would I buy your estimate of $1,003 to replace a windshield on a car you paid $1,700 for? Windshields aren't usually that expensive.
Yeah,
why is this one that expensive?
Because it's a 1987. And they don't have them in stock that easy. They have to look for them. They have to ship them from different locations. And that one came out of Carolina somewhere. They had to ship it. And for them to install it, take out the old one, put the seal around it, and glue it, and everything that they do, they deliver.
Did you order it already?
Did I order it already?
Yes.
What do you mean?
said it came from Carolina. It made it sound like you already ordered it.
No, it had to come from Carolina. That's what they were told me. And the price of the
so you haven't paid for this yet?
Well, not yet. Everything.
Okay. Because it seems bloated to me. I got to be honest with you. Most windshields don't cost that. You're telling me, well, it's really hard to get an 87.
It's an 87. It's
Your Honor.
Yeah. How much does it cost to get the windshield? Because you never bothered to get it. You see, you're mad that he's charging all this money, but then,
Your Honor,
he got a little tired of you not getting stuff done. Go ahead.
Right.
What happened is I have another Porsche, the same year and the same specs, and I have a windshield on it. And I told him, and he should remember that, I have a windshield, I have somebody who replace a windshield from this car to this car.
And what did he say?
He said, okay.
And then why didn't you just get it done then?
Right.
He took the car, Your Honor.
Right. After how long after you said, okay, how long did you leave it there after the fire?
3 months.
Okay.
He had my
No,
car.
Well, if you don't get your act together in 3 months.
November. The fire happened in
and I didn't get my car till
3
December.
months what? The fire happened in November.
Okay, no, I said after the fire. You need to listen to my questions.
Sorry.
How long did you leave the car there after the fire?
After the fire, I left it there a month.
Is that true?
Not a month, number one. Number two, the town put a fence around the building, and I told him, I have to call the town. I cannot go inside unless the town permit me. Once the town permit me, I took the car, I put it in a tow truck, I took it to the next door mechanic. In second day, he took it.
He took the car.
Everybody stop talking.
Okay. Sir.
I disagree that it's going to cost $1,000 because I just did the research. All right, but I am awarding you something for the windshield. Now, here's what I want from you. You basically have said, I need $3,500 in parts because he agreed to the $3,500 in parts. I don't have evidence that he agreed to $3,500 in parts. I have evidence that he agreed to fix the alternator, so you've proven that much.
Yes.
I have evidence that the thing burned in your place, so you've certainly proven that much. You probably got lucky, but there's no way to depreciate a paint job. I mean, it got burned, and he's going to need the lights. I get it.
The lights melted.
So we're going to have to pull out and tease out from your laundry list of demands the ones that are associated with the fire.
I agree.
Okay?
All right,
what you are entitled to is as follows, and I'm going to leave you with my staff because I'm not going to sit here 45 minutes while you figure that out. You are not entitled to the tires because I have zero proof from you that he agreed to buy you 4 new tires. I find that you're entitled to the car battery because the idea that you stole it from yourself is nutty. I find that you're entitled to the paint job and you do have proof of what the paint job costs. Yes. I am going to award you the parts that he agreed on, which would be anything associated with the alternator and a leak that needed to be fixed.
Yes.
With the oil. I am ordering him to pay you for 1 set of keys. And I am ordering him to pay you what I believe is fair for the windshield. That is going to be my verdict. You can go nowhere because you're going to have to sit with all that paperwork and figure out how to tease out what I just said. Okay? Okay? Yes. That's my verdict. And you, sir, should have insurance. Verdict for the plaintiff.
Thank you.
So the plaintiff does prevail, and he will get a judgment for exactly what he can prove to the judge. And that will come up shortly. Mr. Ibrahim, what are you thinking?
I think the judge was fair, but with the paint job, he showed in his pictures that the hood got a little damage. We could have painted the hood only. The car is 1987, color is faded. It took all the abuse of that much 22 years. Well, we should not paint the whole car for a little damage on a hood.
For the judge to decide. This must have been a bad, tragic experience for you.
It is really a bad, tragic.
You're lucky to be here.
Thank God.
And the judge says you should have insurance. You know that.
Yes.
Thank you very much. You must sign some documents on your way out of the courtroom. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, Mr. Santos. You've got some work to do now. You got to go through your receipts. If you'll step over this way.
Yeah, sure.
No, right here. Oh, right here. Yeah, there you go. You think you can come up with those receipts and what you need?
Yeah, I do. I have them all.
Okay.
So
the car is sitting where right now?
It's sitting in my driveway now.
In your driveway?
Yes, in my house.
It's not drivable though, right?
It's not drivable until I get all that.
All right. Well, you got some work to do.
I got definitely.
I hope it works out for you.
Okay.
Thank you very much. You two must sign some documents. Harvey, what do you think?
Okay, Doug. Well, the plaintiff was able to prove the cost of the windshield paint and battery, so was awarded $4,000. That'll do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This is the plaintiff, Matthew Tunkuda. He says he hired the defendant to install an aluminum roof over his patio, and the guy did a crummy job because when it rains, it leaks. He paid this man with $4,000 of his hard-earned money. He won't repair the roof. He won't refund his money. So he's here suing. This is the defendant, Larry Manning. He says the plaintiff is his ex-girlfriend's cousin, and she got a restraining order placed on him after he built the awning for the plaintiff. He wasn't allowed to go over to add more silicone to the seams of the roof when the plaintiff complained about it a month later. He told him he could either wait until the restraining order was lifted in a few months, or he could send over his friend to make the repairs. But neither were good enough for the plaintiff, so here they are. He's accused of being all wet.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff says he paid the defendant $4,000 for an aluminum roof over his patio, and the thing leaks like a sieve. But the defendant says he would fix it, but the plaintiff's cousin is his ex-girlfriend, and she has a restraining order against him. It's the case of these restraints are killing me.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Tankuda.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you and your wife had decided that you wanted something built by the defendant. What exactly is it that you had built?
An aluminum patio.
Okay, so it's the cover or whatever.
Yes, the cover.
And it's on 4 legs.
Yes.
Right? And how is it that you found the defendant in order to ask him to do this?
I was at my cousin's, I think, kid's party, if I recall correctly, and she introduced me to Mr. Manning, and where I spoke with him, and I told him.
Was that your cousin's boyfriend at the time?
Yes.
Okay, so he builds it, and at first everything looks fine, but then you call him how much later to tell him there's a leak?
The next day.
All right, so he calls you the next day, and what happens?
He called me and told me that it was leaking, and I told him prior to that, I said, your cousin, we're going through a bad breakup, and I told him that I was instructed through the police department and my attorney, Mr. West, that not to go around Darnasha and her family. And I explained that to him in a text. It was going back and forth in text.
You mean after he tells you this thing is leaking?
Yes, and I told him, I said, listen, I can come around there and fix it, but it won't be during the restraining order, because I was already going to court, and like I said, I was instructed not to go over there.
Why is it leaking anyway?
Because it rained right after I put it up, and I believe that the rain washed all the silicone and stuff off of it.
Okay, let's take a look at this.
And Your Honor,
hold on a second. What am I looking at? Like, why is there like a rectangle?
No, you're looking at the leaks, and you see all the debris.
No, I know what water looks like when it's dripping. What I'm asking about is, what is that rectangle of? Is there drywall? What am I looking at?
Oh, it's aluminum. They're insulated panels.
Okay, so here's my question. I don't know if you can see from there. Go ahead and come. Why am I seeing this rectangle like that separate?
Because there's a beam that goes in between that strengthens these. These two pieces come together into a beam.
So what needs to be done to repair that?
Just to put the caulking back in it, because I believe the rain washed all this off. It just got put up there, so that means it didn't have time to dry. Caulking is waterproof. It washes
caulking?
Off. Yeah, it washes off.
So where do you put the caulking?
In between the joints.
And if you put the caulking there, then you don't see the joint?
No, you're going to see it.
You're still always going to see the joint?
Yeah, it just stops the water from coming on it.
Okay. Show me the phone.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's wet.
So I guess you must call and leave a message about the leaks or something, because he texts you, I am not supposed to do anything. I can't answer the phone. I can only text. My lawyer is telling me that I need to stay away from her family. I don't deny that your lawyer probably told you that. I think it's super cautious and got you into this lawsuit. Because the real point of the restraining order is that you have nothing to do with her. They don't live with her. You're not going to a place where she is. This is literally a business deal that you needed to make good on. But in any event, I am sorry to hear that, but this has nothing to do with us, correct? I paid you my money and my roof is leaking. Whatever you have going on has nothing to do with me. This is business, not personal. And you write back, and you know what? You're right. It has nothing to do with that. But right now, at this point, I am facing to get arrested. So if I get arrested, I still cannot do nothing for you anyway. So I have to let the police do their job and listen to what they have to say. When it is clear and everything is settled, I will make an appointment with you. That's it. You cannot make me go against the police. Why don't you just send somebody else over there to fix it?
I offered to send somebody.
Where is that? I don't see that in the text. When the officers or detectives gives me the okay to deal with you guys, then I will settle up. That's telling somebody you got to wait, and I have no idea how long you have to wait, and it has to rain on your big wheel from now until the time that this could take years, and the hell with you. What's it cost to fix? Because what you're suing, It's your bad. All right. What's it cost to fix, though? Because what you're suing for is every penny you paid him. That's silly. The measure of damages for you is what it costs to have someone actually fix it.
I went on Google and I called the first 3 contractors that I've seen, and everybody does not want to tamper with anyone else's job because they say if they have to tamper with it and it's still leaking, now I will have to blame
that's
them
just
for
silly,
the roof.
because there's no other realm in the world where you can't find somebody to fix a problem that they didn't build.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that just sounds really silly. So I'm not going to award you the amounts you're asking for.
Okay.
So now I'm just going to guess at what it would cost to fix. That's what you've left me with. Now, what would it cost to fix? Because you missed your chance to fix it, which would have cost nothing. What do you believe it would be cost to fix? And I know when I'm asking him that he's the guy I'm asking. But go ahead.
Well, the cost to fix with labor material, say about $400.
That was actually higher than I was going to award you. $400, verdict for the plaintiff.
Oh, this is kind of interesting, Mr. Manning, the defendant. You determine your own judgment. You said $400. The judge said, fine, $400. That's what you owe him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm happy about it. I agree that's the right thing to do.
Are you sorry you didn't get over there to fix it for him?
Yeah, I'm sorry I couldn't get over that fixing. You know, man.
Are you afraid you'll get arrested, right?
Yeah, because I had other issues going on
I hear
besides
you.
him.
All right. Thank you very much.
All
okay,
right.
you must sign some documents on the way out of the courtroom. All right, sir. $400. Can you get it fixed for that, do you think?
I'm not pretty sure. I'll get it fixed for $400, but I'll see what I could do.
It's still leaking, right?
Yeah, it's still leaking.
Well,
Nothing
good luck
changed.
to you. Sorry you got tangled up in this. This is an unfortunate mess.
Yeah, not a problem.
Okay. Thank you very much. All right, Harvey.
Well, Doug, look, the defendant may not have been able to go over to the plaintiff's place to fix it, but that doesn't mean he couldn't hire somebody or have an employee to go over there and do it, because that person wouldn't have been under a restraining order. So it's the defendant's fault. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This is the plaintiff, Julissa Valerio. She says she purchased a bedroom set of furniture online from the defendant, and when she went to pick it up, it was already wrapped up in moving blankets. Once she got the stuff home, it was damaged. Everything looked great in the online pictures. She was obviously duped and is now suing for the return of the $714.25 she's owed. This is the defendant, Jennifer Morales-Sapero. She says there was nothing structurally wrong with the used furniture she sold the plaintiff. It was only 2 years old. She spent $2,000 on the stuff and sold it for only $600. The plaintiff got the deal of a lifetime, and she should stop complaining because she bought it without examining it first. She's accused of a furniture foul-up.
All parties, please use your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff says she bought some slightly used furniture from the defendant. When she got it home, it was just an absolute mess. Scratches everywhere, broken parts. The defendant saying she got the deal of a lifetime, so go pound sand. It's the case of shelving a customer.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Valerio, you were in the market for some used furniture. So you were looking up on Facebook Marketplace and you saw furniture that she had listed, correct?
Yes.
All right, you had purchased the furniture how many years earlier?
2 years ago.
And according to you, it cost how much 2 years ago?
$2,000.
All right, and you're selling it for how much? $600.
$600.
Now, did you see the furniture?
I didn't see it in person. I saw the pictures on Facebook and I had messaged her and I asked her if it had any damages, and she said that it didn't have any damages, so I took her word for it.
Okay, so, but then you go to the house to pick it up.
I go to pick it up, and when I arrived, her son brought the first piece of furniture down, so the guys that were helping me told me to stay with the truck and that they would get the rest of the furniture.
Okay.
But she stated before I got there that it was already all packaged. So she already had it wrapped up.
Why didn't you open it up and look at it? And
well, it was already nighttime.
No. That's ridiculous. Why didn't you open it up and look at it? Because you're buying stuff and you want to know that it is suitable for you. Why wouldn't you open it up and look at it? Like, what? I really am asking you, why didn't you open it up and look at it?
Well, in the moment when I was
Because you're
in the
lazy
truck,
and it was already wrapped up, so let's just keep it.
Everything was already packaged up and it was dark in the truck. It was like not easy for me. It was really taped up.
Okay,
Everything
I've
was
moved a million
completely
times.
sealed.
You take, first of all, when you're moving, you have a box cutter in your hand, and you open it up, and you look at it, and you say, why, this isn't what I want, and you don't take it with you. Why would you take it without looking at it? It's astonishing to me that you would buy $600 furniture and not look at it because somebody conveniently had a package for you already. In fact, I would find that suspicious because you didn't even know it was packaged. What did you think was going to happen? Somebody was there with a screwdriver and was going to take it apart?
No, I mean...
What did you think you were doing that night? When you go over there at night, which is when you chose to go, what is it that you thought you were going to do?
Well, I really wanted to go during the day early on, but she told me to go in the afternoon because that's when they allowed her to. Then she was rushing us because she
What time did you go?
I got there at 5 o'clock.
So was it still daylight or no?
It was already dark.
Okay, but what was your plan when you got there? Did you have a screwdriver to take the bed apart? How were you going to bring the thing down?
No, I didn't have a screwdriver because obviously I assumed it was already taken apart, but she told me prior to that it was already
taken apart?
No, the dresser was going to have to be taken entirely because the drawers didn't come out. I did read that online when I went onto Raymore and Flanagan.
You assumed that the bed was going to be taken? I would assume it wasn't and that I had to take it. But anyway, go ahead.
No.
Well, yeah, when people are selling furniture out of their house, which is what you thought.
Well,
you thought that she was selling the furniture right out of her house.
I did sell on Facebook Marketplace a dining set, and I had cleaned this up, taken it apart for the girl when she got there.
And that's very nice of you. But what I'm saying is that when you buy used furniture, you want to stop talking and listen. When you buy used furniture, you want to have all the details settled beforehand. You don't want to be assuming anything, right?
Yeah.
Now, as it turns out, this product was not in your house, right? You had this in storage. Now, you only bought it 2 years ago.
Right.
So how long was it in storage?
Since July.
And why was it in storage?
Because I moved from a 3-bedroom to a 1-bedroom.
Okay. So you had it in storage at that time, and you take it without, it was already wrapped, but you're just talking about those blankets around it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So were you giving her the blankets because you weren't, what was going on there?
Well, the storage company that I hired originally
gave you those blankets?
They wrap it all up.
So now, so you get to your home, and who's the gentleman who's with you?
He's just my friend.
Okay, so you get to your home, and you unwrap stuff, and lo and behold, what do you find? Ooh, big surprise. What do you find?
I found damages, scratches, dents from, I guess, when they moved it into the storage.
What else?
Every piece of furniture was damaged.
Okay, but there was more than nicks and cuts and dents, right? According to you, there was an acetone spill.
There was little drops on top of the dresser that looked like acetone spill because it had completely taken the shine out.
Okay.
It looked opaque.
Okay, do you have pictures of that?
Yeah.
And also there was a pink...
It looked like a neon pink stain at the top of the dresser.
On the top of the dresser?
Yeah, and she claimed that happened in storage.
How could that happen in storage?
I don't know. I had said that looked like wear...
It looked like what?
It was just like wear and tear from having it in the home, the damages of having it in the home and not taking care of the furniture.
Right, but the pink thing would be an actual spill, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what am I looking at in this picture? Those are the nicks and cuts and whatever.
Yeah.
That's the picture that she posted in order to sell it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. This is another picture of it damaged. What's going on here? Something got whacked off completely?
That was a missing piece. I guess it got banged up.
Okay.
There, the headboard has the scratches on top.
Yeah.
The nightstand has a yellow stain at the top.
The nightstand, do I see it in the picture?
On my phone, you can see it clear here. On this picture, yeah. But it's a small spot.
Okay. Let me see it on the phone if you...
Do you have it on your phone? It's hard to see on this.
This is the pink spot we're talking about. That's something that spilled and got cleaned and stained it anyway. That's the dresser top?
Yes.
This is all, what is this blue stuff?
The nightstand.
Tape.
That's the tape that was on it from the way she packaged it.
What am I looking at here?
Those are, I guess, the side panels for the bed.
Yeah, what happened?
The storage company damaged a lot of my
That's
things.
a you problem.
Right.
How is that a she problem? She didn't pick that storage company.
Right.
So you made a claim against the storage company.
I did. Mm-hmm.
Right, and they gave you how much?
$470.
Okay, now here's the thing. Yeah, I don't see that, but I don't even need to. Here's the thing. Even though I think it's ridiculous that you buy used furniture and don't inspect it before you pay or take it, I do want to try to understand what you're thinking. She specifically asked you, are there any damages? And you specifically wrote back, no damages. Not, hey, it was used for a year, there may be nicks and cuts, I don't know, take a look at it when you come pick it up. And you didn't say that, which would have protected you. What you actually say, because normally a sale is as is, so you better be looking at it. But you literally tell her there are no damages, and there's tons of damages. So you then make a claim against the moving company saying, I didn't give it to you this way, and the moving company settles with you for this reduced amount. But why is that her problem? She didn't buy banged up furniture. She bought no damage furniture, you see? And so why wouldn't she get her money back under these circumstances?
Well, for starters, when she asked about the furniture, I posted it online. She had emailed throughout the night, overnight, and...
Okay, you're telling me things I don't care about because they don't matter.
She seemed pretty urgent to get it.
Oh, yeah, you were in some big hurry. You couldn't wait to inspect anything. You wanted to be the first one to put your money down. All that's true. Now, here's my question, because that has nothing to do with my question. I have a very specific question. When you tell her there are no damages, why should she eat all these damages?
And I was willing to give her something back.
Yeah, but she doesn't want something back. She wants furniture with no damages because that's what she bought. Now, let's discuss, okay? Where is the stuff right now?
It's in my living room.
In your living room? For how long? Since when?
Since I got it from her.
Ay, Dios mío. All right. There are two ways we can go on this. One is, I order her to give you all your money back, it goes away. Another one is, I order her to give you a reasonable estimate of what repairs might cost. Which way do you want to go? Because it's truly your choice.
I want my money back.
I don't blame you. Now, you PayPal fees. Show me that you paid PayPal fees. Why would she pay you the U-Haul rental that you already had anyway?
Well, I just put that in there since they were all expenses.
Why don't you put more stuff? Yeah, no. You're entitled to sue for the stuff that she owes you. So she doesn't have to carry your U-Haul rental or your gas, which you were spending anyway. But are there PayPal fees associated with this?
It shows there is $17.70, I believe.
But what is that?
It was
why I don't. Am I paying PayPal fees every time I?
If you pay it that way, that they just put it on there. I don't know.
I don't understand. I've used PayPal forever. I don't remember ever paying.
It was because I guess on Facebook the transaction, the way it was made, it charged me $17.70.
Do you know anything about this?
She sent me the money immediately. I didn't even ask her for the money. She just.
I don't know what that means.
She just sent.
Do you know anything about the $17?
No.
Lady, you can't sell stuff, say there's no damages, and then have it be complete garbage. And I don't care that the rent that the moving company gave you $400 or $200. You can't offer a person who thought they were buying for $600 no damage furniture that is all messed up like this, and then tell her, I'll give you $200 because you are foisting on her a contract she never agreed to, which is I'll pay $400 for this stuff. She doesn't want to pay $400 for this stuff. She wants you to pick it up. So pick up the stuff because that is what I'm ordering you to do. I'm going to give you 2 weeks to do it. If she doesn't do it, it's abandoned, get rid of it, throw it out. All right? In the meantime, I am ordering you to repay her what she ended up spending on this, which is $617.70. Verdict for the plaintiff.
So the plaintiff does get her money back. The defendants have just come out of the courtroom. Are you at all surprised by the judge's verdict?
No.
You knew you were going to lose when you came
Well,
in?
I didn't know, but, I mean, there's not much that I can do. The stuff came from storage.
I mean, when you wrapped the furniture up.
I never wrapped it. It came wrapped from storage.
They wrapped it up.
Yep, and I never unwrapped it.
So you never actually even looked at it yourself?
Nope.
Well, you advertised perfect condition, and it wasn't, so you're on the hook for it.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Sorry about that. Okay, Ms. Valerio, I think you've learned a lesson.
Yes.
Of buying things online, right?
Yes, I did.
What?
Not to purchase something without looking at it first in person.
Yeah. Okay, well, good for you. Congratulations.
Thank
you
you
very much. Okay, dokes. Harvey?
Be careful what you write in an advertisement. It said no damage. She is stuck as a result.